Hey, how you doing? This is Randy, the REI Rockstar, and I am the creator of REI AutoComp. This is a software that will analyze any property in the US, show you three key values such as its current market value, its after repair value, its distressed market value, and with those you can actually make offers. Once you have a good foundation of values, you can go ahead and use that to make sound offers to your sellers and just overall have a better close rate with them. So let's get right into the training, guys. This is the website here. And if you have any questions at all about the software, the pricing, how it functions, or suggestions, go ahead and click support. Don't be shy. Even if you're not a member and you want to know something about this software and how it operates, all questions can be sent by clicking support. Right there on the website, you can see that you can submit a ticket located off to the right. All right, so let's get into the training here. So I already have my software loaded up here. And the first thing we're going to do, we need to find a property. So you can see here I'm on Zillow.com, and I'm in the Phoenix area. So for those of you out there that are practicing due diligence, let's go ahead and find one here. Here's a nice one. It's 6515 West Hess Street. Now, one of the features that's really cool is the copy and paste. All you need to do is copy this right here. And take it into the software. Note, there's some information about the property on the website. I mean, it shows the bedroom, the bathroom, square footage, and a little bit of information here. And note the Zestimate. They think it's worth 172,910. Now they're selling it for 185, right? So let's plug this into the software. So one of the features is paste to clipboard. Just boom. And from there, you can actually just click find. All right, so this training is specifically about current market value. So we need to find out what it's worth today. We're not concerned with after repair value or anything like that. We just want to know what it's worth today. So from the picture, I can tell it's a 2-car garage that's attached. And the asking price was something like 185. Not too sure about the repairs, but something that size, probably can put about 18 grand to it and really dress it up. Shy of 2,000 square foot. This party bought during the boom for 238. And let's say I want to make 8,500. Okay, so we'll go next. Sure. These are the sources and select go. All right, so for those of you who might be new to real estate, finding the current market value is similar to a CMA basically. So you want to find properties that are within a mile from the property. The closer the better, that have similar characteristics in terms of the bedroom, the bathroom, the square footage, the lot size. You want to find properties that are very, very similar to your property, and then you can come up with what it's worth today. You cannot make any type of offer to a seller or structure any kind of deal unless you know what that is. And I'm talking about on every property. If you're making offers without knowing that, you're probably going to get a lot of no's, and you might even make some people mad. So it's key that even without the software, that you get comps from the MLS or whatever source you get it from, title company, online, offline, doesn't matter. A comp is a comp. As long as you have several of them, you should be able to come up with the current market value. Um, One way to tell a lemon, by the way, software or not, if you analyze a deal and you only see one sale in a year, probably a good sign to pass on it. Um, you know, you need at least 15, preferably 20, 25 to really come up with current market value and the ARV. But I mean, if you're looking at a neighborhood with 6 sales in 6 months or 12 months, yeah, that's just not a hot market. That's not a market where you're going to be able to turn a profit confidently. At a minimum, you should be able to come up with the current market value if you have 6, 7, 8 comps. But it may be next to impossible to come up with ARV because of those 6, 7 comps. who's to say which one has been rehabbed? You'd have to actually look at them and see which one is rehabbed. And hopefully there's 3 of those, 6 or 7, that have been rehabbed, so you can come up with your ARV, your after repair value. In this event, having 10 comps or less, probably a good sign to pass. Hopefully this particular property will have a good 600-700 comparables, and then the software will sift through those all and make sure that of the ones that have been located, they're within a mile, that they're similar to our property, and it'll actually score all of them and bring them right up to the top. So it looks like it's about to get finished up here. And remember, we're going to focus on the current market value, known as the CMV. It's also the as-is value, guys, so that you can use those interchangeably. So current market value, as-is value, fair market value, all the same thing. What it's worth today. What is it worth today considering its condition? So generically, by the way, that value is in line with the average home in that neighborhood. So it's rarely, the current market value is rarely near the ARV unless you're in a newer neighborhood or you're in a neighborhood that holds its value well, and other investors, even if it's an older neighborhood, have rehabbed those houses, and a lot of those properties have been fully redone. And in those cases, those CMVs, the current market values, may be very near the after repair values. So guys, check this out. The current market value of this property is $178,000. Now their asking price was $185,000. The Zestimate was $172,000. So let's see if we have to make any adjustments. We're going to click on values here. This comp score is strong, so I'm pretty confident that the software found 3 properties that are similar to this. But let's take a look. It doesn't hurt to have that human eye. We're going to click on values. And forget about ARV, forget about DMV. We're just focusing on the current market value. What is this property worth today? The 178 is here. And look at these averages. Of the 3 properties we've located, how conservative is this? 0.29 miles. I mean, they're just around the block, if not the same block. Our property's on Hess Street. This one's on Toronto, Kokopah, and Watkins. The sale date, I mean, it's September 21st today. The sale date was averaging May of this year, less than 2 months. The bedroom bathroom, ours was a 4.2. We're looking at 3, almost 4.2 here. And the square footage was 1798 and the average was 1754. Lot size was 6,000 in our subject property. This right across the top, by the way, is our subject property. And the reason why these are green here is because the lot size is almost exactly like this. This is the power of the software. So think about that. I didn't have to take a look at all my comps manually and look at the distance and then, oh, no, I can't use that one because the size of the lot was bigger. It just keeps those mistakes out of your pocket. And it just shows you exactly what's worth today. So that's how easy it is. Nothing more to say other than if the software finds properties that maybe are a little older, or I should say a little larger, a little smaller in terms of size or lot, it will automatically do those adjustments here in the price per square foot. So the average is 178,000, right? But it's making an adjustment for the size of the property, our specific property versus these here. So it's actually probably closer to 108,000. So it gives a blended of the price per square foot that things are going for, and those 3 same properties blended, you're at 180. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say that this property is worth about 180 grand. Look how close these 3 numbers are here. So that's a good sign you've done the report correctly. Another good sign is the score. So each one of these houses gets a score over on the left-hand side. This one is 94.95, like our property. This one is 92.95, like our property. This one 91.95, like our property. And that comprises this 93.28. This is called the score 360. And that is why we can have utmost confidence in the current market value. Now, what you can do with this from that point is, let's say you're wanting to go ahead and do a buy and hold, right? So let's go up to offers, and you can see here they're asking 185. And if I would like to do a fix and flip, that may not work. But if I'm a buy and hold investor, I can offer as much as 124,000. Did you see that change? So here I am doing fix and flip. I'd have to offer 108. Seller's going to laugh at me. There's nothing wrong with this house, right? This is for all of you investors out there that are making offers and you're just hearing no, 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 and you're getting beat out. That's because you're trying to take, a square object and fit it into a round hole. It's just not going to work. So this type of property, being that it's newer, you should not be focusing on a rehab on something like this. Something, the ones that are 5 and 10 years old, they're typically not that beat up unless it's been fire damage. So guess what? You're applying the wrong strategy. So apply a wrap strategy, an owner finance strategy, or a buy and hold strategy of some kind. If you can get the capital, great. If not, offer a wrap of some kind. Cash at close. And if you do that, they're much more likely to take 124,000 at close of escrow versus the 108. And the way I was able to do that is the software has some pre-made settings in it, and you can just write up your own offers right here. This one's an assignment offer at 70 cents on the dollar. We include the profit margin and repairs. This one is the fix and flip offer at 70 cents on the dollar. It includes the repairs, not the profit margin because there's no assignment. And then we include the closing costs and holding cost. And then down here you have your buy and hold, which is the one I've selected. And we're buying at 80 cents on the dollar because we want to have about 20 cents or 20% equity, if you will, in case you ever have to liquidate the property. If you have to put on the MLS, you're going to have to cover commissions and closing costs, potential concessions to the buyer. So you want to have those out there. So yeah, this is pretty cool. You can just write up your own offers and they'll automatically show up here, and you can even customize one. Like you can change it to like a wrap deal. And let's say you want to use the current market value and you wanted to use the blended value, and your discount was going to be 75 cents on the dollar. And you're going to include the repairs and closing costs and holding costs, right? X out of here, and now you can select this wrap deal. Pretty awesome. We can offer 117 and still be profitable. So any of these pink areas you can change. Okay. So not a whole lot of profit you can see here, but this would be a flip analysis if you're flipping it as a wrap to another investor. But soon we'll have a cap rate, a cash flow analysis for you buy and hold investors out there. But that's pretty much it. That is how you come up with the current market value. The software tool also features a 12-month median sales price as well as a 12-month average price per square foot, so you can get a good idea of any drops in value, increases in value, or if anything is leveling out. So again, up at the top, we can agree our property is worth about 180,000, and that, my friends, is how you come up with the current market value for an investment property. You will be so much more confident making your offers and entering into certain strategies because of that. Here's all the comparables and the scoring down here, and you can see that these three here are pretty close to the property. There may be some a little bit closer. By the way, if you want to check that, you can simply click this button here and it will align it by distance. So you can kind of check on the three properties that were chosen, see how close they were. Yeah, less than a quarter of a mile or less, which is great. So I want to thank you so much for joining us on this free training here with REI AutoComp. Visit reiautocomp.com. Get yourself a free copy. We have a 7-day or 14-day trial, I believe we're offering right now. Just take advantage of that. Use it all you want for those 14 days. Submit us a ticket if you have any questions at all. Thank you once again. It's Randy signing out. Have yourself a great day.